Hello everyone, this is Keerthi, Assistant Professor in Commerce from Trinity College for Women, Namakkal. So in this video, we are all here to discuss about flexible budget. So flexible budget comes under budget and budgetary control. So what is mean by budget? Budget is a financial plan for a corporative sector that covers a specific future period. It is an expression of income and expenditure over a certain period. A budget is also include budgetary control. There are more types of budget, likewise production budget, sales budget, cash budget, fixed budget and flexible budget. So here we are going to see about flexible budget. What is flexible budget? A flexible budget is a budget or financial plan that varies according to the company's needs. A flexible budget may refer to a whole company or a department. So here are the problems under a flexible budget. So first one, we have to draw up a flexible budget for a production capacity level at 75% and 100% on the basis of the following data for a 50%. So given data are all of 50%. So first thing, material 100 rupees per unit, labor 50 rupees per unit, variable expenses 10 rupees per unit, administration expenses 40 rupees per unit. From that 50% will be fixed, which means 50% will be flexible. Then selling and distribution expenses rupees 50,000 per unit. From that 60% will be fixed, then 40% will be flexible. Then the present production for 50% capacity level will be 1000 units. So here the solution. First we have to given the particulars and the capacity levels given in the sum. So they have given for an 50% of capacity level, it will be 1000 units. With that we should find out for an 75% and for 100%. So 1000 units for 50% means what will be for 75%? How to calculate it? Simple, 1000 divided by 50 into 75. Same as it is for 100%. 1000 divided by 50 into 100%. It will be 1500 for 75% and 2000 for 100%. Next, the given information in the sum is material. So it will be rupees 100 per unit. So from given units we can directly multiply it with the rupees. We will get a total value. So 1000 units into 100, it will be 1 lakh. 1500 units into 100, it will be 1,50,000. 2000 units into 100, it will be 2 lakh. Then next, labor. So labor in the sum there is given labor is 50 rupees per unit. For all the capacity level it will be 50. So with the units we can multiply it directly. For 1000 units into 50, it will be 50,000, and 1500 units into 50, it will be 75,000, and 2000 units into 50, it will be 1 lakh. Then the given information in the sum is variable expenses rupees 10 per unit. 1000 units into 10, 10,000. 1500 units into 10, 15,000. 2000 units into 10, 20,000. So by adding all these material, labor and variable expenses, we can get prime cost. So prime cost of production will be find out. It will be 160 for 50% and 1,60,000 value. So the values will be flexible. Next, the given information is administrative expenses. In that there be mentioned as 50% will be fixed and 50% will be flexible. So fixed value will remain constant for all the capacity level, which means the total value of capacity level will remain constant in the fixed, and in the flexible or an variable part, a rupees per unit will remain constant, which means here we're going to see 50% of the rupees is fixed, which means rupees 40,000 is for administration expenses. From the 40,000, 50% has been fixed. It will be 20,000. So with the 20,000 value, we can find out the rupees per unit. By dividing total value with the units, we can get rupees per unit. So total value is 20,000 divided by 1000 units will be 20. Then total value 20,000 divided by 1500 units will be 13.33, and total value 20,000 divided by 2000 units will be 10 rupees per unit. So fixed part has been completed. Moving to flexible or variable part, the balance 50% in the rupees will be 20,000. By dividing it with 1000 units, the rupees per unit is 20. It will be remain constant for all the capacity level in the variable part. So every price per unit will be 20. By directly multiplying the price per unit with its units, we can get a total value. For 1500 units, it will be 30,000. For 2000 units, it will be 40,000. So next given information in the sum is selling and distribution expenses. Before putting it, by adding administration expenses with the prime cost, we can get a cost of production. So the cost of production has been found out. It will be 200 rupees per unit for 50%, and the value is 2 lakh. And for 75%, the price per unit is 193.33, and the value is 2,90,000. And for a 100% capacity level, 190 rupees per unit, and the value is 3,80,000. So next, the selling and distribution expenses. So 60% is fixed and 40% is flexible. So for 60%, the total value will remain constant. From the given rupees, we have to take 60%. So from 50,000 rupees, we have to take 60%. It will be 30,000. By dividing 30,000 value by its particular units, we can have the rupees per unit. So 30,000 divided by 1000 units, it will be 30. By 1500, it will be 20, and by 2000 units, it will be 50. So moving to flexible part, balance 40% will be flexible. So from the 50,000, the 40,000 will be 20,000. So dividing 20,000 divided by 1000 units, the rupees per unit will be 20. It will common for all the capacity level. By multiplying the units with its price per unit, the value has been found out. For 75%, it will be 30,000, and for 100%, it will be 40,000. By adding all these, at last we will get a total cost of production. Then it will be 250 for 50%, 233.33 for 75%, and 225 rupees per unit for 100%. So here are more sums given for your practices. This problem 2 will be same as problem 1. So I too given a solution for this problem. So practice it well, and we have 2 more problems for your practice. Do well. Thank you all.